Well, it is Tuesday, September 13th. It's just after noon. Um, I got done with my run and a day at work. I got back and decided to go for a run, and it was nice and cool. Mid 60s Fahrenheit, overcast, threatening drizzle, but never materialized. But keeping up with it, even though today I didn't really feel like it. I was like, but as soon as I start letting that predominate and take over my discipline, then it's just so easy. Well, just get into a routine of giving in to relaxing and just, I'll do it tomorrow. If I do it tomorrow, today, I'll do it tomorrow, tomorrow. So I'll just do it today. Anyway, I'm tired. It's been a long day. And it's only halfway through. I get 2 days every day. So anyway, so that was my contribution for today. Another 77. So that's another 8.7 miles or whatever to the tally. Only 431 to go to get to 1,000. Just 431 miles to go. It's a good thing I have over 6 months left. It's actually not so insurmountable and terrifying when I think about it that way, that I've got time. I've given myself time. And yeah, and also the fact that there's no punishment for not doing it, because this is just me just deciding out of nowhere for no reason. It just seemed like a good idea. And also, I just want to see if I can do it. And you know what I'm going to do when I get to that 1,000, because it's already happened. Start the next 1,000 and go from there. See what happens. Anything good. Might as well. I'm not really doing that much else with my life. No one's asking. And well, people sure are a little bit sometimes insistent about telling or demanding or guilting or gaslighting or shaming into trying to get me to see things their way and wanting to do things their way and being their way for them, because being myself isn't good enough or right enough, because I don't know. Because apparently they don't think I'm happy. So since they don't think I'm happy, then I can't be happy. And whatever I think qualifies as being happy, well, no. I'm doing it wrong. That doesn't count. Because I'm not being happy the correct way. Interesting. Because they don't understand it. So therefore, if they don't understand it, it doesn't count. I'm doing it wrong. I'm being it wrong. My entire human experience is just wrong. I didn't know. So, I'm doing it wrong. Oh well. Guilty as charged. Send me away. Well, they did once. And I won't go back. I got in the clear. And now I'm on my I am behaving. I am playing along where it matters, where it counts. And I am enjoying the experience far better by found a new way, and I don't have to destroy myself over anything. I don't have to kill myself over anything. because frankly, none of the bullshit out there is really all that much worth it. Um, it's Now that I know myself a bit better, being autistic, I feel like I've been granted permission to breathe and to be myself and to not have to pretend or fake or phony or cater to um, the the whims of all the people out there. Being a puppet, being a clown, being a marionette, being a toy, um, to please other people, to entertain and cajole. Yeah. So, no. I still find myself playing that role from time to time because I want to be liked and I want to, make people smile. But I don't want to be a clown. Well, sometimes I do, but I want to be taken seriously too. So there's some room for error and development there. I haven't figured it out, but I'm working on it. In the meantime, I will continue to do the job that I have voluntarily taken, and do it to the best of my ability the way that I do it, which is already like more than what is being asked or required in the first place. But I can't do it less than how I do it now. And, I might be less than popular at work, but I don't want to be popular at work, because as soon as I start being friendly to people and talking to them, then they want more, and then they expect more, and then when there is no more, they get angry, and then they get hurt feelings, and then they, well, what did I do wrong, or what's wrong with you, or why aren't you talking? Did I do something? And it's like, no, it's not you, it's everyone, and it's just how I am. I mostly don't talk. That's the normal. When I do talk, that's abnormal. So I mostly it's just, well, I'll just be silent. I just won't talk to anybody. That way it's an equal opportunity silence where no one feels left out. Like, oh, I only talk to these people, or, no, I just won't talk to anybody. It's easier that way. And I won't make eye contact. And I just won't small talk. And I'll just be silent. No, I don't do that. Not really. I do need a certain element of social, I guess, even though I claim to be, the loner or whatever. Well, actually, I don't even claim that. I just am how it is, the way that I am. And I don't try to qualify or categorize or classify myself as anything really. I just don't care that much. But I do not seek the company of others outside of work. And I don't seek the company of people in recovery outside of meetings. I used to try to keep some sort of circle a little bit to, go out to dinner and stuff with after meetings. But my schedule changed, and it's like, I like running and no one else runs. I quit smoking and everybody smokes. And so it's like I was changing faster than anybody else was. Everybody seemed like they were okay with their, and everybody goes off and does whatever they're doing. I have no idea. They get into relationships, they have children, they go off and buy homes, they move. And meanwhile, fresh batches, shovel loads of new people, fresh into recovery, or back from the front for another second try, third try, fourth try, fifth try, sixth try, seventh try, eighth try, ninth try, 10th try, at finding some sobriety and happiness or comfort or whatever. It's like, I don't have any of their answers. The last guy that asked me to sponsor them, I knew. I went to treatment with him 6 years ago. And he mentioned that, he had been in and out a few times in that 6 years, gotten a few startover tokens, and he asked me if I would sponsor him, and I had to tell him no, and he seemed heartbroken and stuff like that, and it's like I just don't feel qualified, and I also just don't maintain the schedule to be available like I think he would need me to. It's like I work at night and I'm asleep during the day, and maybe it's selfish, and it is, but I'm okay with that, and I'm the only one that has to live with me and be okay with it. So I give myself permission to be okay, and that has to be okay because that's all that there is. But the way I rationalized it to myself is he knows everything I do. He's the one that has to figure out how to incorporate these principles and lifestyle changes into his life. I can't figure that out for him. I can show him the resources and tell him to go to meetings, but as far as accountability and responsibility, that's on him. I'm not going to call him every day, and I don't want him calling me every day. It's like, are you doing what you're supposed to be doing? Yeah. Good. It's like, I can give him the exact same experience that I got. And it did not involve, I got a sponsor because I was told to get a sponsor. Did I use my sponsor? No. I pretended to use my sponsor because I thought that, if I didn't, it would look bad, or, people would get suspicious, and not because I was wanting to do anything wrong or do anything bad, or I just want to be left alone. And apparently you're not supposed to want to do that, or supposed to be able to do that, because you're going to freak out and go back to doing, it's like, no, not me. You have never encountered and dealt with an autistic person who is genuinely interested in recovery from addiction. I mean, I don't know how many autistic people they've ever come across. Not that many, apparently, because I floated underneath the radar. Or maybe they knew and they just left me. I don't know. But I never heard anybody ask me about it. But I know that I was allowed to get away with certain things, as far as, things that maybe other people wouldn't be able to get away with. As far as being left alone. It's like, Eric's okay. If, just give him space. It's more likely that if you start to intrude and invade his space, that's going to cause problems. If he needs help, if he gets into trouble, he will seek you out. And if he's not, just leave him be. And unless there's something obviously visually, wrong. But then you can't trust neurotypical people to evaluate and ascertain, because they're judging by how they judge themselves and their characteristics, and how that autistic people, a lot of addictive behavior can be mistaken and mistook for autistic behavior. A lot of it is there's a similarity between a lot of it. Meltdowns, shutdowns, things like that. It's like, no, it's autistic. It's not emotionally compromised at times. It doesn't mean that, well, it could for some people. I don't know how it works for anybody else. But, anyway, I'm just venting, ranting, rambling. This was just a quick 15-minute recording, apparently. As quick as 15 minutes goes. But now that we're this far in, and no one watches this far in, I was reflecting and after reading, because I made a semi loose rule for myself that I should never read her writing before I go to work, because it messes with me. It has an effect, and it could be really, really good, but most of the time I get confused and frustrated because I don't know who's being written about, what tense it's being written in. Is it the future? Is it the past? Is it the present? Who is it about? Who is the audience? Someone from the past? Is it current? Is it something I should be worried about? Is it something I shouldn't be? Is it none of my business? Is it some of my business? Is it all of my business? Does it have to do with anything that am I supposed to be doing something? Am I supposed to not be doing something? Should I be doing something? I don't know. So I can't lose anything I never had in the beginning. So, but it is funny, that people apparently are like jumping at, like, they've got to respond as quickly as possible to get that attention and validation that they are okay, and they need her to let them know that they are okay. And so I was thinking to myself, at least they haven't devolved into just like typing first, so that's cool. But I am currently, I don't know if I'll respond, as it seems like it's already been responded to. And my last couple of responses have not gotten comments back, unless the poetry itself is the comment back, which is kind of my curiosity, because that would explain, and I've had this thought for a while, it's like whenever I'm not being responded to, it's because they're going to post a whole thing. That is my response. Not like a comment to my comment, but the next piece of work, that whole thing, that is my response. So it's kind of like hidden in plain sight sort of thing. Of course, that also could be my imagination and my mischievous mind playing tricks on me, which wouldn't be the first time. So it's not beyond comprehension. So, anyway. But I was thinking of a few words and phrases for a response, if I chose to, about, Cloak and Dagger, mazes and monsters, smoke and mirrors, tricks and traps, and whether or not at this point, or if any other point, I should be more desperately afraid of them than they ever had any reason or cause to be afraid of me. I feel somewhat threatened, not in a physical way, but a psychic way. And I feel that I've been lulled into some sort of false sense of security that, and I also was thinking about how the most cunning of predator are those that only pretend at the ploy of being prey, when no. And, fawning weakness to mislead and misdirect before revealing intent, motive, and attack parameters. So anyway, I'm glad this is this far into a recording, because it's safe here, and I won't be retaliated upon. Yes. So these are I'm just cementing words and phrases and articulations. So if I do go to record or write something later, be like, I do have a record of it. So am I having fun yet? I don't know, but it's definitely something to think about. So the future is interesting, to say the least. So at 20 minutes, I should go. So.